Tibet, the world's third pole, has an average elevation of more than 4,000 meters. At the roof of the world, nature offers unparalleled beauty and extreme hardship. This ancient place inspires reverence for the tenacity of life. It's minus 13 degrees Celsius on the Tibetan plateau, breathing air that has half the oxygen of that at sea level. BhuTsering gathers his yaks and heads for the pastures. He has sung this herder's song for nearly 50 years. This land and these yaks were once his entire world. BhuTsering grew up in a village of 9 families called Sangdu. When he was 24, he married Drala. They had 2 sons who carried on the herding tradition, and the family relied on their 6 yaks for their livelihood. It would take BhuTsering a day just to reach the nearest road. For miles in every direction, there was nothing but barren mountains. In 2012, there were still 100 million people living in absolute poverty in China. Most of them lived in isolated villages such as BhuTsering's, where adverse natural conditions, inadequate roads, or some other combination of factors made development difficult. Who were they? Where did they live? Why were they poor?
全面建成小康社会，一个也不能少。共同富裕路上，一个也不能掉队。
In 2013, China initiated an unprecedented project called Targeted Poverty Alleviation. Over the next year and a half, workers traveled to villages and knocked on doors to create a profile of every poor person in the country. In 2015, the reason for BhuTsering's poverty was identified as a lack of access to roads. The solution tailor-made for his situation was to leave the mountains. BhuTsering was given a 75 square meter house in the new settlement. Paid for by the local government, the settlement houses 16 families and is easily accessible, just half an hour's ride from Nachu city. But how would BhuTsering make a living here? Next to the settlement lies a newly opened modern animal farm. It's a poverty reduction project invested in and built by the local government. Milk, yogurt, and butter provide ample revenue. Over the next 5 years, it will employ more than 800 people. BhuTsering, his wife, and their youngest son also work here. At the center, Drala milks yaks, while their son operates loaders. BhuTsering looks after the yaks, just as before.
Tapi misili ki yergitin sonu, atan ranitina, atat gavotikibo.
It's December, and time for the annual animal product fair. BhuTsering and his colleagues are bringing butter and Tibetan cheese. It's the biggest offline trade platform in the area. This year's fair has attracted more than 240 exhibitors from 86 towns. BhuTsering's milk products are selling out fast. Over 5 days, the center sells products for 738,000 yuan. BhuTsering receives his dividend of 2,400 yuan on the spot. This is the first time the family's annual income has exceeded 100,000 yuan. What's more, BhuTsering's herd has grown from 6 to 600 animals. But the more things change, the more they stay the same. He still herds the same yaks by the same eternal mountains.
Giving people opportunities for decent work is a key to eliminating poverty. It is literally a case of enabling people to work themselves out of poverty.
People are getting jobs. In the local areas, the infrastructure is being built up.
Giving them jobs, giving them livelihood.
With a stable job comes peace of mind. More than 90% of China's registered impoverished population has received some form of employment assistance. Often, the new job is at their doorstep.